And so this is in respect to Onni and Phase 3 and 4. And I mentioned that I would report back to the community when we had further information about Phase 3 and 4. And so for me, I'll just go through and I'll read my talking points. So it's with considerable disappointment that I provide our community with an update regarding discussions with Onni Phase 3 and 4. As I previously reported, President Rosano Dakotas reached out to Councillor Miashta and I for a coffee. We met with Mr. Dakotas and Vice President Chris Evans on November 3rd, 2016. We explained our concerns about the plan for additional industrial use space on Phase 3 and 4. At the end of the meeting, Onni indicated that with industrial zoning, the resultant land lift, coupled with a willingness from the majority of new council to revisit other land uses, they would entertain these discussions. Also, Onni indicated that residential developments could be profitable for them. As I noted on Facebook on May 23rd of 2018, I took Onni at their word and felt their comments were made in good faith. On a variety of occasions, I commented on Facebook and in the news my desire and hope to reopen discussions with Onni on a different land use. I campaigned for a different land use during the election. I met with Vice President Chris Evans in July and indicated, if elected, and with 3 additional votes, I'd be coming back to Onni to see if we could find a different solution. On November 13, 2018, Council unanimously endorsed our CAO, Mr. Mark Roberts, and I to meet with Onni regarding potential changes to land use. A meeting was scheduled for November 21, 2018, but was canceled the day before because Mr. Dakotas was called out of town. A second meeting was arranged in Vancouver. On January 17, 2019, our CAO, Mr. Mark Roberts, and I met with President Dakotas and Vice President Chris Evans. We spoke for just over an hour, during which time I indicated our wish to run 2 parallel processes, the current one with industrial zoning, and a second process where the city would take the lead with the required 4 readings to move to mixed use on some or all of Phase 3 and 4. During this meeting, I indicated that the city would assume all the effort required in working with Metro Vancouver. I also felt that this could be accomplished within a 6-month time frame. This would give the city the chance to do something that is more compatible with the existing neighborhoods. I was excited because this could be a huge win for Onni, for the city, and for our community. Further, if Onni had found tenants while the second process was underway, then unfortunately, we would have been timed out and lose the opportunity to look at something different. Unfortunately, Onni was not interested. They indicated that they have a tenant which is very interested in moving to the industrial park in one of the 2 remaining phases. Moreover, the industrial lease market is strong, whereas the residential market has softened. Mr. Roberts again met with Vice President Chris Evans on February 7th with another proposal, but to no avail. To say that I am disappointed is a huge understatement. I wish I had different news. Onni is a large business enterprise. They have significant land holdings in Pitt Meadows that do provide jobs, services, and taxes, and they operate as a private corporation with a business focus. Clearly, as the mayor and on behalf of all of our council, we view this development from a completely different lens. We share the community's views on this development and believe that more mixed use would be better for the community. I wish I could have done more. I wish that this new council could have done more. 4th reading, unfortunately and sadly, came 5 months too early prior to the election of this new council. This council clearly had a different vision for Phase 3 and 4. If this vote was before today's council, I'm convinced it would have been 7-0 against. I want to personally thank our community for your efforts, your advocacy, the groundswell of opposition, and your unwavering passion for this beautiful community we call home. The buffers and the pathways provide some relief and connectivity. And with the 8 acres of land, we have an opportunity to do something unique for Pitt Meadows as part of our current Parks and Rec master planning process. Finally, I want to conclude by saying that fourth reading that occurred last June does not define who we are. Rather, we do as proud residents.